On November 17th, 2019, Ford unveiled their first fully electric mass-market vehicle, the Mustang Mach-E. It's their first foray into the electric vehicle market, and it's their first true competitor to a Tesla. And if you want to see my full comparison between the Tesla Model Y and the Ford Mustang Mach-E, you can check out my video, Ford Mustang Mach-E versus Tesla Model Y, in the description below or up here. At the announcement event, there were some weird moments that felt very scripted and some stuff that was kind of hard to watch, like a children's choir from Detroit singing Can't Hold Us by Macklemore. I mean, they sounded great, but it was just really weird to have that going on as the cars were driving off. It felt very weird. So overall, the announcement event was not great, but the content of the announcement was great, and this is going to be a great car. Ford's Mustang has been one of their most popular cars since 1965, so it's really bold of them to put their first electric car in as an actual Mustang. But it shows that they're really confident in this car, and making an SUV version of a Mustang is something that they want to do. And with most high-end electric cars, they get amazing performance that's definitely in line with a Mustang. The 2021 Mustang Mach-E features a sleek Mustang-like design in an SUV package, and it's fully electric, so it has zero emissions. And overall, they went with a very minimalistic design here. It has a full glass panoramic roof, which is really beautiful, and it has about 59.6 cubic feet of cargo space. This large amount of space is due partially to the fact that it's a hatchback, and also due partially to the front trunk because there's no need for an engine. They actually call it a frunk, and you can store stuff in there. It seats 5 people comfortably, and it uses 2 main screens for all the information and all the interaction with the car. So the first is behind the steering wheel, and that gives you relevant information like your speed, and then the second is mounted to the dashboard in the center, and it's a vertically mounted 15.5-inch touchscreen that gives you all of your information and controls almost everything in the car, and it also has a big volume knob attached to it. Additionally, on the steering wheel and around it, there's quite a bit of physical buttons to control things. For charging, Ford is planning that about 80% of the charging will be done at home, with their either 120 volt or 240 volt chargers, so that people can charge their cars overnight and they're ready to go in the morning. On the go, however, for longer trips, since there's no gas involved, Ford has created a network called the FordPass Charging Network, and they've partnered with other companies like Greenlots and Electrify America to give you access to over 12,000 charging stations across the US and Canada. So these charging stations will make it really easy on road trips, and Ford has said that you can get about 47 miles of range in as little as 10 minutes with their 150 kilowatt fast DC charging. And if you have 45 minutes to charge, you'll be able to charge from 10% all the way up to about 80%. So if you're on a long road trip, the Mach-E will actually route you to a charging station in the FordPass Charging Network so that you have somewhere to charge, and it won't take too long. Ford plans on providing software updates over the air, much like you get on your phone, and that'll add new features and performance boosts to the Mach-E over time. It's going to include a lot of awesome software, including maps and navigation, and music streaming and Apple's CarPlay, and what they call Copilot, which is their driver assistance features. And Copilot includes pre-collision assistant with automatic emergency braking, blind spot information system with cross-traffic alert, lane keeping system, rear view camera, auto high beams, reverse brake assist, post-collision braking, reverse sensing system, intelligent adaptive cruise control, evasive adaptive steering, navigation, and then in the higher end variants, it's supposed to include active park assist 2.0 and a full 360-degree camera. The key for the Mustang Mach-E is actually your smartphone. So to get into the car, when you get close, it automatically unlocks with your smartphone because your smartphone is on you at all times. And then as you walk away from the car, it automatically locks. Additionally, since the car is connected to 4G, you'll be able to do other stuff with the app, like automatically start the car from a distance. You'll be able to open and close the windows, engage a valet mode, and do all sorts of other stuff with the app. The Mach-E doesn't feature traditional door handles. It does what Ford calls the E-latch, which is an actual button that you press. As you get closer to the car, it lights up, it shows you the button, you press the button, and the door will ajar about 4 inches, and then you just open it the rest of the way. And on the front doors, it has a little bar that you can open it with, but it's not an actual handle, and it's above the actual normal body of the car, and it looks really, really great. The electric warranty for the Mach-E is 8 years or 100,000 miles, whichever comes first, and that's with retaining about 70% of the original battery's capacity. And the powertrain warranty is 5 years or 60,000 miles on non-high voltage components. Before we get into the different trims of the Mach-E, it's important to get into the savings that you can potentially get with it. Currently, the Mach-E qualifies for a $7,500 tax credit from the federal government. So if you live in the US, you'll be able to get $7,500 of credit on your taxes back on the Mach-E. This is an incentive that has disappeared for Tesla because the way it works is it starts diminishing after a company has sold over 200,000 electric vehicles, and so eventually Ford will reach this, but for now, if you pick up a Mach-E, you're going to get $7,500 in tax credit. Additionally, you might qualify for a credit from your state. So in the state of California, you can actually get a $2,500 direct rebate from the state of California if you buy an electric car. Fuel costs are going to be much cheaper for electricity as opposed to gas, and Ford actually estimates that you'll get an annual savings of about $893. And lastly, you'll probably save a lot on maintenance costs. Ford estimates that you'll save as much as $285 a year on no maintenance because there's no oil changes and there's a lot less moving parts to worry about. Right now, you can reserve the Mustang Mach-E online with a reservation fee of $500. The Mach-E actually comes in 5 different trims. The first is Select, and then there's California Route 1, there is First Edition, there is Premium, and then the GT. Most of these are available in either a rear-wheel drive or an all-wheel drive variant, but it's important to note that when you add the all-wheel drive, it does take a range hit. The Select rear-wheel drive gets a range of about 230 miles and a 0 to 60 in the low 6 seconds, and it starts at $43,895. That compared with the Select all-wheel drive, which gets a 210-mile range and a mid 5 second 0 to 60, and that starts at $46,595. The features in the Select include 18-inch aluminum wheels, sync-connected navigation, phone as key, the 2 touchscreens, and Ford's Co-Pilot technology, which prevents accidents. The Select variants will be available in early 2021. The California Route 1 variant is specifically made for range, and it gets 300 miles of range, a 0 to 60 in the mid 6 seconds, and it costs $52,400. It includes all the features of the Select version, plus a unique California Route 1 badge, a panoramic fixed glass roof, memory driver seats and power folding mirrors, a 360-degree camera, and active park assist 2.0. Similar to the Select version, the California Route version will be available in early 2021. The Premium Standard Range rear-wheel drive gets 230 miles and a 0 to 60 of low 6 seconds, with the all-wheel drive version of that getting 210 miles and a 0 to 60 of mid 5 seconds. Compared with the Premium Extended Range rear-wheel drive, which gets 300 miles, a 0 to 60 of mid 6 seconds, and the all-wheel drive version of the Extended Range version of Premium, which gets 270 miles and a 0 to 60 of mid 5 seconds. So that's a lot of different options, but basically you have your variant, which is like Select or Premium, and then you have your battery pack, which is either 75 kilowatt hours or 98 kilowatt hours, and then you have rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. And all-wheel drive takes a little bit of the range away, but it adds performance. The premium features include 19-inch aluminum wheels, a hands-free foot-activated liftgate, panoramic fixed glass roof, heated first-row seats, heated steering wheel, memory driver's seats and power folding mirrors, active park assist 2.0, 360-degree camera, and a B&O 10-speaker sound system. And the premium variants are going to be the first ones available in late 2020. Then there's the first edition version, which is a limited edition running of the car, and that includes all the premium features as well as red painted brake calipers, brushed aluminum pedal covers, first edition scuff plates, and more. And that one comes specifically in all-wheel drive with 270 miles of range, a 0 to 60 of mid 5 seconds, and it starts at $59,000. And lastly is the classic GT version. The Mustang Mach-E GT gets a range of 250 miles, a 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds, and starts at $60,500. So as I mentioned, to achieve these ranges, Ford is using a 75 kilowatt hour battery in the standard range versions, and in the extended range versions, they're using a 98 kilowatt hour battery. There are 7 paint color options, and those include Rapid Red Metallic Tinted Clear Coat, Star White Metallic Tri-Coat, Infinite Blue Metallic Tinted Clear Coat, Carbonized Gray, Shadow Black, Iconic Silver, and Space White. So it looks like this car is going to be amazing and one of the best true electric cars out there, but it's pretty much impossible to look at this design and not see how much they took from the Tesla Model Y and Model 3. The crossover SUV market is taking off, and with 2 awesome electric cars, the Model Y and now the Mustang Mach-E in that category, I think we're going to have a lot of great cars coming out. So what do you like about the Mach-E, and what makes you want to buy one or not want to buy one? Leave comments below and let me know, and go ahead and click subscribe to this channel if you want to see more about electric cars and Teslas. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.